And we are back. Welcome back to the greatest show on earth. We are here again at the LeVar Walker Daily Show podcast. Welcome back, good people. I hope everybody's feeling good. And listen, this weekend I'm going to be live in Indianapolis at the Helium Comedy Club. I'm going to be live in Indianapolis at Helium in the upstairs room. They're putting me in the small room. Shout out to Helium. They've been kind of giving me a run through their clubs. I was in Philly. Then, they bought the Start On. I did the Start On. So I did good in Philly. So they tested me out in all these different markets. But make sure you get those tickets. Hit that. You can scan this QR code right here for tickets, or you can go to LeVarWalker.me and get those tickets. They moving pretty fast. Very small room. The shows are 9 times out of 10 going to sell out. So, but anyway, we're going to get right into it. I jumped up this morning and I saw everybody talking about Michael Jordan. Everybody talking about my GOAT. Everybody going in on Michael. And first of all, shout out to Michael Jordan for winning the Daytona 500. He won the Daytona 500 race car event. He's in the race cars now. He was holding the trophy up, crying. He is the GOAT. The man continuously wins. He also beat the NASCAR in a big lawsuit, and now they've won. But everybody's going in on him because of this video that's floating around, and we can take a look at this. So this is the video. Let me switch my sound so y'all can hear it. This is the video that's going around, and I'm going to add this now. So this is what we got. I can't hear nothing. Well, I guess it ain't no sound. I don't know, I think it might have been a piece of ice in the back of the child's shirt. Let me zoom in on this, because this is people are losing their minds over this, but I don't think Michael would intentionally try to molest a child on live TV while winning the NASCAR races. Like, we're not gonna start pointing the finger at Michael and all these black celebrities while these Epstein files are being released and nobody's talking about those. So let's zoom in on this real quick. It looks like that boy had some ice or something, because the child can't even feel him. The child couldn't even feel what he was doing at first. I don't know if some ice on him. I mean, it doesn't look good. Okay, but at the same time, I'm not going to let you guys sit here and say my GOAT somehow touches children. So this is just, it's the furthest thing from the truth. They was in celebration. The child probably had some ice on him or something, but rolled down his back. I don't know. I'm sure he's one of the children of the NASCAR drivers, and they will all just have a good fun. But anyway, he did win. I'm very happy for him. Shout out to MJ once again for winning that. And speaking of MJ being one of one, the GOAT, we're never going to see another like him. And him not being in the NBA is the reason of the NBA's downfall. I don't know if y'all watched the NBA All-Star game, but nobody was there. Nobody was there. I don't even think 5,000 people showed up to the NBA All-Star game. And the NBA All-Star game was atrocious. The NBA is in the free fall state. It's in a decline. It's becoming a terrible product. I'm not saying these players are not skilled. However, the product itself is becoming horrific. Adam Silver is doing a poor job. You can't find the games. Then y'all do a shit show for the All-Star game. And nobody even came. Y'all have priced out the consumer from even being able to watch basketball. You've priced out the consumer from being able to watch basketball. You've priced out children who would want to be basketball players, who grow up in neighborhoods with who might not have income or low income, you price them out for even dreaming about becoming an NBA player. And I think like back in the day, a lot of things with the league, like growing up in Chicago, the South Side, in the 80s and the 90s, that was a legitimate dream for every black child, but they've now made it impossible. And I'm not saying it was easy then, but now with AAU ball, with the travel with that, with the league now recruiting international players and making the game more international to the point where they're now getting kids that are playing professionally 13 and 14. The colleges are recruiting those kids. So it's very, very sad what has happened to the league. Michael Jordan did build the NBA up to $1 trillion product, and now it's just being torn down. It just doesn't hold the same weight anymore. Like, who gives a fuck about an NBA player in 2026? And that's just the truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth, but that's literally the truth. And even I have a actual. We look at the stadium. We can see right here. We can see right here. Look at this. Let me show y'all. We're nobody at this shit. Look at that. There's literally nobody there. The two teams with the most points at the end of round one to advance to the final round. And now back to Kurt on the court. There is nobody. If you zoom in, there is nobody in this stadium. It is echo. You could hear the echo throughout the room. And that's what the league has become, unfortunately. It's horrific. And this must be the absolute worst all-star game in the history of the NBA. And what's even more troubling with the NBA is like the players that don't want to, your star players, they too good to be in the 3-point competition. They're too good to be in the dunk competition. It's just fucking whack. And there are no stories. And the league should really look into, when I'm on YouTube or if I'm just scroll on TikTok, the only stories that are being shared in regards to NBA and basketball are the stories of the 90s. That's it. Like, there are no stories coming out of this league unless it's like attention grab drama shit, Ja Morant with guns, or Bronny James not being, Bronny James being a Nepo child in the league. Like, that's the only story. You hear more about Bronny James than you do about Shea Gillis, which is a travesty. So right now, if we had a Michael Jordan in the NBA in 2026, you wouldn't even hear about him because he doesn't have enough baggage. He doesn't, he can't grab, he's boring. Outside of being a winner, that's too boring. He would have to have, for us to even know about Michael Jordan, he would have to have lots of scandal. It would be crazy. And so if we push the 90s into this generation, the most popular basketball player in the 90s would be Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was built for this era, of attention grab, because that's all this shit is, right? It's all about attention. Nothing has anything to do with talent anymore. Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. Like, you could suck. It, like, even in comedy right now, comedy is in an interesting place. Now, there are good comics, but the good comics aren't necessarily being rewarded for being funny. You're being more rewarded for the attention you're able to grab and the asses you put in the seats, which makes sense because it is a business. You need people to buy tickets and merch and shit for you to have a sustainable business. But unfortunately, what's getting those people there is fodder, is spectacle. It's almost to the point where anybody can be a comedian. If you could sell the ticket, if you roll the toilet out on stage and take a shit in the toilet and you have thousands of people that want to buy your tickets, you are a successful comedian because you're the guy that shits the toilet and the people go fucking crazy. And how dare any other comedian with maybe some type of skill set or level, how dare him say, what the fuck? He just shits in the toilet. Because when he says that, then he will be attacked by the masses going, you're just a hater. You're a hater, man. You don't know what you're talking about. You know, there was a time when comedy, especially black comedy was gatekept because black people would tell you wasn't shit immediately. And now y'all don't. Now y'all just sit up. Nobody wants to be perceived a hater. And you just go to these places to show off your outfit or to get some type of social currency. And a lot of y'all aren't even laughing. I've been to some of these shows and I'm looking around and you're not laughing. You're not laughing. Hey man, he's selling out shows. That just shows where the people at. It's not his fault. He said, how was Charleston White selling out shows? Because he's selling them out. That's what people want to see. You can't blame him for that. Shit, he getting his money. That's just what it is. That's just where we are as a society. That is what it is, man. But that's just entertainment in general. That's where we at right now. And there's also another thing too that makes me think like why people are just looking for attention. People now are more lonely than they've ever been throughout a period of history. Like loneliness is a big deal, you know. Matter of fact, I saw a video of a lonely young woman in Atlanta who was just talking about like she just looking for a friend. She don't have no friends and she lives in Atlanta and she's by herself and she just looking for somebody to hike with or to talk to because now we're so overwhelmed with the social media, the clicks, the likes and all that. And with everybody's algorithm being so specific to each individual person, we don't have really anything to rally around as a civilization. So what I mean by that is back in the day, we would watch the Cosby Show, right? So everybody could talk about what happened on the latest episode of the Cosby Show, or we would all watch Martin together and everybody could talk about like what happened on Martin. There was certain cultural events, The Color Purple, where we all had that one thing in common. Now we don't. Now everybody is in their own little bubble, their own little shell. We might be able to talk about something that happened like in a trending topic real quick. We could talk about that together, but that lasts for a short period of time. It's very ephemeral. Go to LA Fitness. What'd you say? Go to LA Fitness Camp Creek for a friend. What that mean, Gary? I got to get back. I still got my membership at LA Fitness on Camp Creek. I got to get my ass back in the gym. What you mean by that though? And if they need to clean that LA Fitness up too on Camp Creek, I got a couple of complaints. Mm-hmm. I got to tell my wife to send me that clip of this lonely young lady. It was interesting. Let me see. Tell her to send me that. Okay. But we gonna move right along. Another thing I want to talk about too that kind of struck me. Atlanta is really turning into.
I imagine the whole country's like this, but it's
look at this. This is Atlanta, and this is actually scary. So this is Atlanta, and this is a guy. I guess a guy is living in his car in Atlanta. It's day 127 of the guy living in his car. Let's take a look.
Atlanta and outskirts is crazy. I imagine the whole country's like this, but it's more people in higher populated areas. But I mean, it's literally gotta be 50 cars out here, and you can tell we all are posted up.
They got people in Atlanta now living in their cars. This man has been living in his car for 127 days, and he is literally in a parking lot with other people that are living in their cars. Atlanta, for a long time, was a great place to come for a nice quality of living. You know, they had a lower quality of living, but now this shit is turned into Los Angeles. Like the rents, and look, I'm pretty sure it's all relative. Like, I'm pretty like New York and LA is still higher, but now they super high, and Atlanta is higher, right? So now like a 1 bedroom apartment is going for like $1,700 to $2,000 a month. Like when I moved to Atlanta, a 1 bedroom apartment was about $800. And at the same time, the wages haven't increased at all. So people are literally priced out. And I was even like looking at my house, and I said to myself, I told my wife this the other day, if I was coming out of pharmacy school, literally this year in 2026, I could not afford my house. I couldn't afford it because salaries have remained flat in pharmacy. So I would be fucked because the kids making the same shit, damn near the same as I was making when I got out of school. So the salaries have remained flat, and I couldn't. You know, a house now run you about $500,000, 500,000. So even at six figures, you at $130,000 a year, 130 a year. That'll probably be, I'm gonna say maybe about 6,000 to 7,000 after taxes a month. With interest rates on a $500,000 property, you probably looking at $3,500 to $4,000. You know, and if you got student loans, that shit gonna eat you up. There you got car insurance, car note. You're fucked. You are fucked. And to the kids considering pharmacy school, I would not advise. You know what? I can't lie anymore. I don't believe that pharmacy is a viable path anymore. I'm a pharmacist for over 20 years. I just have to be honest with that. I know people go mad and shit, whatever, but I'm just being honest. I don't have anything to gain. I don't know if it's a viable option. Pharmacists the pay needs to be at about 225 right now, at least 225 for it to make sense. So until like these schools close and you just don't have nobody and salaries go up, it's not viable. I would tell the kids right now, if you're thinking about doing a health profession, you could be a certified registered nurse anesthetist. They starting out at like 400,000. If you don't want to go to med school, but that's a really good play. If you're gonna put all that energy in pharmacy, try CRNA. Great money. Great money in that. Yeah, this is rather unfortunate. I don't know what's going to happen. We are really headed down a cliff. We're trending wrong in America. We're really trending wrong. And I'm not here to scare y'all, but like for instance, Ray Dalio. I don't know if y'all know who Ray Dalio is. Ray Dalio is 76 years of age. He's one of the biggest, I think he was like a hedge fund manager or something like that. And he was just talking about how the world is getting ready to divest itself from using the American dollar as a petrodollar because the USD or the greenback is the world reserve currency, right? So that's why we able to print all this money, because people buy our bonds, and the bonds are like IOUs. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna give you this piece of paper, right? You could pay me $1 for it now, and I'm gonna give you 5 back. Well, as people start divesting and selling off the bond, they become junk bonds, they become worthless, and it's gonna be very hard for us to print money, right? Unless we just go out and all out war, close our borders off. It had to be some shit. But Ray
It certainly
Dalio,
feels abrupt.
I have to be
Ray
honest.
Dalio gave a report, and I want y'all to hear this. This is and this is not to scare anyone here, but this is what he said.
With you. Usually when I scroll through my news feed in the morning, I'm looking for something light, maybe a tech breakthrough, maybe a sports score. But this week, it is February 2026, and I made the mistake of reading the dispatches from the Munich Security Conference. And let me tell you, I did not sleep well last night.
It wasn't exactly a festival of optimism this year, was it?
Optimism. It felt like a wake. Usually this conference is just, I don't know, people in expensive suits shaking hands, drinking coffee, talking about global cooperation. It's boring. But this year, the vibe just shifted completely. The official security report wasn't titled, challenges ahead or building bridges. It was titled Under Destruction.
Which is about as subtle as a brick through a window.
Exactly. And it wasn't just the title. You had German Chancellor Friedrich Merz standing up and saying point blank, the world order as it has stood for decades no longer exists. Queen. Then you get French President Macron telling Europe to prepare for war. You have U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio explicitly saying the old world is gone. It feels like everyone decided to stop being polite and just start terrifying us all at once.
It certainly feels abrupt if you're just looking at the headlines. It feels like the floor is dropping out. But if you take a step back, what happened in Munich isn't actually chaos. It's a diagnosis. And that's what we're digging into today. We aren't just going to stare at the scary quotes and panic. We're going to look at a deep analysis by Ray Dalio titled, It's Official, the World Order Has Broken Down.
And broken down is a heavy title too. It's not the world order is strained, it's broken.
Right. But Dalio uses his big cycle framework to explain the mechanics of why this is happening. He argues that we have entered stage 6. And for those who haven't, memorized his textbooks, stage 5 is the peak, the golden age of wealth and power. Stage 6, that is the decline.
The hangover.
The hangover, followed by the fight. Stage 6 is defined by great disorder. And the defining characteristic of this stage is a phrase that might sound like a cliche from a bad action movie.
Oh, we got to stop it again. We just got a super chat in from the good brother Jonathan Soul. Shout out to Jonathan. Right on, brother. He came in with that $9 super chat, $9.99 actually. Thank you, brother. You have been one of the biggest supporters of this show. Shout out to the good brother Jonathan Soul again.
But in geopolitics, it is literally true. Might is right.
Okay, let's unpack this, because when we hear might is right, we think of bullies on a playground. It feels primitive. But Dalio makes a really interesting distinction here between how things work inside a country versus, how they work between countries.
This is the absolute core concept you have to grasp to understand 2026. Think about your daily life. If you have a dispute with your neighbor, say they build a fence 3 feet onto your property, what do?
I ask them to move it. If they don't, I call the city or I sue them. I go to court.
Right. And why does that work? Because inside a country, there are laws, there are police, and there are judges. If you win in court, the state men with badges and guns will come and make your neighbor move the fence. There's a system above you that enforces the rules. We call that a civil society.
But internationally?
Internationally, there is no police force. There is no global court that can force a superpower to do anything. The United Nations. They can write a strongly worded letter. The International Court of Justice. They can issue a ruling, but they have no army to enforce it.
So if a powerful country wants to move their fence into another country's territory,
who is going to stop them? You can't call 911 on a nuclear power. The only thing that stops a powerful country is another equally powerful country. That is the law of the jungle. When powerful countries disagree, they don't sue each other. They threaten, they negotiate from a position of strength, or they fight.
And Dalio's point is that for the last 80 years since World War II, we've lived in a bit of an illusion. We thought we had international rules. But really, we just had one dominant power, the United States, that was so much stronger than everyone else that it could enforce the rules it liked.
Precisely. The rules-based international order was effectively the American order, and it worked because the US economy and military were larger than the next several competitors combined. But that gap has closed, and this is the mechanical trigger for stage 6. Conflict arises when a dominant power weakens, while a rising power, in this case China, approaches parity.
It's the Thucydides trap. The old boss wants to keep the old rules because they benefit him. The new boss wants new rules.
And because there is no judge to decide who is right, they have to
I don't know. I guess we just go into war. I guess that's what this shit is saying. We're in trouble. Okay, that's what they're saying. The American dollar could become useless. The greenback could go down, and then you end up seeing like very, very high inflation. And you have to go to the bank with a wheelbarrow of money because the money ain't worth shit. So bread could end up being $1,000. That's literally where we at. This was very funny to me. I don't know if y'all saw this. This lady proposed and the man said no. This was hilarious. This was crazy. Let me show y'all this. You're a trade, a dummy. I don't know what the hell you talking about, Garnett's son. Let's take a look at this. This was a proposal gone wrong. Let me see.
Really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you don't follow. I want back again. This passion side can run from self. There's nowhere to hide. But don't make me close one more door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare.
Why this nigga look like Jeezy though?
Imagine that. Don't walk away from me. I have nothing if I don't have you. Cedric, I know we haven't been knowing each other that long, and I know that you really said you really didn't really want to be in a real relationship, but I feel as if my connection with you has been genuine, and I just feel like I want to ask you a question. It's not normal that a woman comes to a man to propose, but I just feel as if you're my guy, and I know it. So I just want to ask you, would you marry me, Cedric?
The nigga looks like Jesus. Jeezy.
You're a good woman. You're a good person, and I know your family and everything.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's a lot of struggle in this house. Okay, if you look at that apartment and you see them boots she got on.
Everything here, and I know how much you care for me. I know how much you feel. I know what you feel about me. But I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. It looked rough over there. I wouldn't be thinking about marriage. I'd be thinking about how to get the hell out them apartments. And see, he really said no because of them boots. She had them red ass boots on. And if this is a skit, these people are doing. They deserve Oscars for this acting that they're doing.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Her ass is ridiculous. Look at them boots, them pole boots. The boots done gave up. Them boots done had a heart attack, stroke. It was the boots. If she didn't wear them goddamn boots to match that jacket, he probably would have said yeah. That man sitting there chilling with his house shoes on. He didn't want to hear that shit. He's trying to figure out how to get out them damn apartments. They can't be married in them damn apartments. And I can tell you right now, them apartments, this is what they're charging $2,500 a month for. You get your little kitchen bar and that carpet. That's where America's going right now. Oh, the boots are stomping. Well, let me tell you something. Them boots are going, like when she take them boots off, they're gonna die. The boots are going to sleep and they never waking up again. Look at the boots. And see, this was the thing too. You know, I know she proposed to Cedric. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I don't think that these are Cedric's kids. I got to start really putting this on. I don't think these are. Look at that. If we see her walk in, hold on. Now you see all them babies back. I don't think them are Cedric's children. Now they in there and she's on the walker. I mean, it's just a lot that needs to be taken care of before marriage can be considered. And I don't blame Cedric. Cedric is in a rough situation. And he met this woman. He obviously needed a place to stay at the time. And he's trying to figure it out. And she just needs to back down and throw them goddamn boots away. The kids are looking like they don't want to be there. If we look at the kids, if you look at the look on the kids' faces, so these kids, they either had to stand here and go through this shit or they was going to get a whooping. Okay, because they don't want to be there. They got their headphones on. They listening to TikToks. They don't, and I don't know who this lady is in the back of the children. I don't know who the hell that is. That must be a cousin or something trying to get back on their feet. But it's hot in that apartment. And I mean, come on, man. Come on. Cedric is really just waiting to get back on his feet so he can get the fuck up out of there. So very, very sad. And my prayers go out to this young lady. And while we're talking, you guys make sure you get those tickets. I'm going to be in Indianapolis, Indiana at the Helium in the upstairs room. You can scan this QR code right there, get those tickets. And also, too, I'm going to be in Ohio. I'm coming to Miamisburg, Ohio to do Bricky's Comedy Club on March 7th. And then March 8th, I will be at the Attic Comedy Club in Columbus, Ohio. So get those tickets and let's rock out, people. Let's rock out, because that is what we do. I really need to talk to my white brethren and sisters here. So this guy, a bear wandered into a picnic. Oh, I will be in California April 26th. I'll be there at Flappers Comedy Club in Burbank. You can go to my website and get those tickets at LeVarWalker.me. But thank you for asking. So a bear wandered into... Come on. I got it. Now, if you see the black man, you see what the black man is? Look at this. Now, let's watch this again. Come on. I got it. Look where the brother is. The brother got drink in the hand, far as fuck away from that bear. Now look at Jim. We gonna call him Jim. Jim sees the bear. Jim said, "Bear, you go get out of. You go get your ass. You gonna get right up out of here." There go Jim. Jim is walking on the side of this black bear. Now the black people look at him. Jim, get on out of here. Get your ass out of here. Bear looking at Jim. Now the bear has swiped at Jim, tearing some skin off. Jim is bleeding profusely right now. Jim is standing there telling a fucking black bear no. Like the bear's gonna go, oh, okay. I would have shot that bear.
Just move. Just
Don't move. Go that way. Holy shit, that son of a bitch. He died? Oh my God.
Yeah, Jim is bleeding. Jim, they took a chunk. That bear took a chunk out of Jim's ass.
You are like.
Jim is standing there smiling, bleeding profusely.
shit. I have that on video.
Oh my God, I'm a bear.
That's Jim. And Jim don't give a fuck.
He barely got you. It's not.
Jim don't give a fuck. Jim is gonna be telling this story for a year. I'm gonna tell you, we were sitting out there. I'm smoking a cigarette. We're out. We're just having picnic. So this big black bear comes. I flicked my cigarette out, and I walked on the side of that bear because I was gonna get him out of there. So I walked right on side. I'm sure did. Everybody was running, people panicking. I walked that bear to the gate. I said, "Hey, you go." I looked that bear in his eye. I said, "Hey, you go." About 2 minutes after I looked that bear in his eye, he took that big old paw and he just clawed me a little bit. I bled out. I ain't gonna lie, but it didn't hurt me. Shout out to Big Jim. Shout out to Jim. When am I coming to Dallas, Texas? I'm about to put something together. I'll probably be in Plano. So stay on the lookout for that. That's probably where I will come. What else is going on in the world today, guys? This dude, Ray J. So Ray J, and I'm gonna turn the music off because I don't want to get a copyright strike. But let's look at this, man. So the good brother Ray J is live in concert. He's passing out flyers. He has a heart maker on, but if you could look, Ray J is bleeding, literally bleeding from his eyes. If you look at that, you can see this blood running down Ray J's face. And I just want to say to brother, you are sick, man. You need to go get help. You don't need to be on that road, big dog. You're bleeding from the eyeballs, my nigga. Bruh, you need to go get some help, bruh. Get off that road, dog. You can't be on that road. You got a whole, but this nigga got a pacemaker on. Bro, you gotta go to the doctor, dog. You gonna get sick out there, man. You got people touching you and shit. That shit can get an infection. Ray J, man. Ray, listen, man. Go your ass to the hospital, man. Go get some rest, bro. Let me see let's see what he's saying. He's there with a pacemaker on. What the fuck? Let me see. Oh, that man is bleeding from his eyeball.
Look at this nigga is sick. Damn, nigga, I'm getting better.
I don't know what you trying to prove, Ray J, but you need
to laugh at me being sick as no.
You out there in the elements, bro, with all that shit opened up. You got a port on you. That can get infected. You're bleeding from the eyeballs, bro. Take your ass home, dog. Get the fuck. What are you doing?
Laugh. I did not laugh. You said this nigga sick. Ha ha ha. That's not fair.
Nigga, cause you're sick. You're sick. You're bleeding from the eyeballs, and you walking around with a heart port on.
You're okay. We're okay. Yeah, we're okay. That's what I'm.
And what the fuck Bobby Valentino got on? Who is this nigga supposed to be frozen around this bitch? What do you have on?
Saying like, don't
Are those glasses cool, nigga?
do that. Well, hey y'all, we perfectly fine. Ain't nobody say, look at me.
No, you're sick, homie.
I'm fine, y'all.
No, you not. You bleeding from your eyeballs. Bleeding from the eyeballs, that's like Ebola or some shit, man.
All right, fuck off.
But I don't need a lot of wishes, cause I'll be okay if I get one.
Bruh. And listen, women, that look at this. This man got a whole dressing on. Fresh out of the hospital. No shirt on. This is exposed to the masses. All them people are behind him. All the germs that are radiating around this open wound. And he's out there. Bruh. But this looks like a hazard, like a medical hazard, man. Get this nigga up out of here, man. Like I know you had one wish, but your ass got a death wish. If I had one death wish, I would come and get sick, bleed from my eyeballs. Get your ass, man. Take your ass home, Ray J. Go home, bro. This ain't it, man. I'm just keeping it funky with you, dog. As a concerned person for our good brother Ray J, you can't be out there like that, bro. Mm-hmm. I want to see that. Somebody was talking about this NBA dunk contest. Let's take a look. Oh my God.
Ball is angling in.
So this is the NBA dunk contest. Let's look at a clip of this real quick. Hopefully they won't sanction me for this. But this is the NBA dunk contest. Let's see.
That's off the side of the backboard. Yes. At a certain point, you see how the ball is angling in.
This is the damn dunk contest, man.
He's good.
This boy damn near died.
Take your time. Pass off the side of the backboard. Yes. At a certain point, you see how the ball is angling in.
This was like a sideshow. Y'all should have just listen to the NBA. If y'all gonna do this, man, just let the AM1 players hoop or some shit, or get the Harlem Globetrotters to come play for the All-Star game, since all of our athletes are too good. Since they're too good to be a part of, just get the Globetrotters, man. And that's all we got.
I like it.
Now this supposed to be, I guess this supposed to be a good dunk. Let's see what we got.
Something special's coming. They call him Showtime.
What was that special? Was that and this nigga got his thighs tatted up.
Yep.
Nigga got thigh tattoos.
The DJ Steve Dixon playing Oakland's finest.
Here's my question. Did he spend more time preparing back or the
I gotta see where the lift off.
It ain't nobody in that stadium.
He got the back.
Something special's coming.
This supposed to be special, bro. Look at it.
They call him Showtime.
Like, what the fuck? Look at this. Man, what a terrible product, bro. The league is not going to realize that it's becoming a horrible product until it's too late, bro. They really need to get a strong man to come over and take over the NBA, bro. And why the hell ain't Steph Curry been in? Has Steph Curry been in any 3-point contest? I can't even believe they clapping for this shit. No, but let's look at another one. This is just terrible. I ain't gonna lie though. I stopped watching the dunk contest after Jordan and Dominique was in there. Look at this shit.
He's going for it. He's going for it, being the biggest guy. No, between the legs. He's going for it. He's going for it, being the biggest guy.
That nigga is 7 feet tall. Who wants to see this shit? We a cook, man. We a cook. The league is cooked, bro. Man, it's so sad. We just don't have nothing to champion no more, man. Nothing makes sense anymore. It's almost to the point like, why try to be good? Why even try? No star power in the dunk contest. Nothing about the NBA All-Star game makes anybody want to go now. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad. Now they running a bigger lawsuit because they're saying our foods aren't.
They knowingly engineered and
Let's take a look at this.
The impact on children has been particularly alarming.
In December, San Francisco City Attorney David Chu filed a landmark lawsuit against 10 manufacturers of ultra-processed foods, alleging that, like the tobacco companies, they knowingly engineered and marketed addictive, dangerous products while hiding the risks and causing a public health crisis. The Consumer Brands Association, one of the largest trade groups representing the food industry, declined to respond to us about the lawsuit, but in a statement to 60 Minutes said there's no agreed-upon scientific definition of ultra-processed foods, and companies adhere to the rigorous evidence-based safety standards and nutrition.
So I guess they're trying to sue because they're saying we're being fed chemicals, right? We're being every day we're being fed chemicals, and there are carcinogens in these chemicals. And we could kind of see it just the way, you got a rise in ADHD. These children are now inarticulate. The kids are not drinking water and shit. Like, we are in trouble. We're in trouble. It's a lot of trouble going on there. So very, very sad. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think anything is going to happen. People, especially us in the community, they've been feeding us junk food for so long. Now they care for some reason. I don't know why. So this is who won the dunk contest before. He didn't do it this year. Matthew McClung. He's showing dunks he would have done if he was in the dunk contest. And this is so basically he won the dunk contest while not even being in the dunk contest. They're using G League players, just players off the street for these contests. And I gotta go to the restroom. Hold on one second. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I had to use the restroom. When I drink them Celsius drinks, I have to go. My bladder is hyperactive. When I drink those drinks, I need to stop drinking them. They like cigarettes or something, but it's what it is. Oh boy, so much going on in the world today. And as things going in the world, you guys make sure you get those tickets. See me live in Indianapolis at the Helium Comedy Club in the upstairs room. So if you're in Indianapolis, come to the upstairs room. No, I didn't poop. I pissed, Eric Mendel. Thanks for asking. I had to take a piss. And there's nothing greater than taking a piss when you're old. When you're almost 50, a piss feels good. I tell you that. Because you always go, woo! Feel good coming out, boy. Stephen A going off. Let's see.
I want to.
Let's see if the dunk contest needs to go. Let's see what they have to say about this.
For both of you, because you actually watched it. I didn't. I didn't think about the contest. No, I didn't turn my television set on. I want to applaud Keyshawn Johnson for winning. Pat Riley standing up and applauding him. I want to applaud the participants, the Jackson Hayes, the Jace Richardsons of the world, cats like Carter Bryant. I get it. But we all know it was terrible because there was no star power. And the reality is that we gonna bring it home where the goats can get it. We gonna blame, I'm gonna blame LeBron James. Now I've sat here for months and I've applauded his greatness and all the things that he has done and he has meant to the NBA. But I have said it and I'm going to be very, very consistent. The person who really is the provocateur to ruin the slam dunk contest was him. Because he was a superstar who put on a dunk contest every night in the layup line, particularly when he knew that there was momentum swelling for him to participate. And he never did. He even teased that he was going to participate one year,
Well, I would have to agree with him. I would have to agree with Stephen A. Smith on that. The league is done, man. This shit over with, bro. I mean, everybody just overpaid. Nobody really wants to play. I mean, and it's hard. When you think about the dynamics of the NBA, if I'm a 19-year-old, 20-year-old, and you giving me 150, 200 million before I tie my shoes up, I mean, what is this? What the AI said? What is this practice we're talking about? What do you mean by practice? What do you mean? I got 130 million in the bank. I don't know if I necessarily feel like running up and down the court sweating, right? It's like I want to be in Monte Carlo on the boat, or I want to be shopping and, doing some high-end designer or fashionable shopping. I don't want to necessarily run up and down the floor because I would much rather be I show speed a Casanet than a professional basketball player. Like that's where this shit is at now, right? It's just nothing. It's nothing, man. Thank you. Shout out to GB the General 3719. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad you like the show. Welcome to the family, man. I jump on here. Probably I try to do it like Monday through Friday, man. Get it in. So just keep tuning in, bro. I appreciate that love. But yeah, the league is done, man. It's over. Do y'all get let's be honest, chat. Do y'all get excited about basketball anymore? Are y'all excited about basketball? Am I reaching here? Or has professional basketball really lost its luster? I want to hear from y'all. Let me know. Y'all can come in. We can talk about it. Even display some comments right there. But it's really, really sad. Really sad. Oh, shout out to these kids, man. The what you say? You say I'm whack. Thank you, Devontae Moneyman. Devontae Moneyman says I'm whack. That's great. Thanks for tuning in. Jordan drops. I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, you only watch college only? I don't blame you. Devontae, tell me why I'm whack. Am I whack because I don't like the league, or maybe I'm not funny or something? Is that what's going on here? Travis Allen, you don't care. Travis don't care. Nobody cares, man. Nobody really cares. I want to shout out. Yeah, the lust have been gone, bro. Like, it's so like it ain't no star power. I really don't follow it, and that's my favorite. Okay. And more people are watching the WNBA because guess what? And I know the ladies are complaining about the money, and I'm sure the money's going to increase as more people watch and ticket sales and merch sales go through the roof. But more people are watching the WNBA because there's probably these ladies are playing. They love the game. They really love it. So, you know. If they made it free to watch, more people would tune in to ticket. Yeah, it's crazy. They are greedy. Johnny Dang says I'm reaching a little. Shout out to Johnny Dang 77. Could you tell me where I'm reaching at, Johnny? I would love to know. Yes, sir. What's up, Country Music Lands? What's happening, brother? But Johnny, come in and tell me where I'm reaching or where my point of view is off to you. I would love to have that discussion with you. I'm right here, brother. Okay. Johnny Dang makes the point. It's getting a little better with players from all over the world. All right. I do think these guys are way more skilled, way more advanced, more athletic. However, they've changed the nature of the game for them to run up and down the court and just shoot balls. And everybody's just standing there waiting for a perimeter shot. There's like no artistry as far as them, entering the lane and showing aerial acrobatics and shit like that. It's crazy. Oh, they got a 4-time revenue increase and they still aren't. WNBA is pathetic. You didn't speak. What you mean you spoke too much slang? Did you say something? You said, yo, wazam, L-Dog. I see you, big dog. Shout out to Lee Wop, 20257. I see you in the building, bro. It's all love. You could never speak too much slang. You a part of the family, man. Knock it off. We will never get 90s basketball again when it was more about the win. Well, I mean, I just don't understand why they changed. I don't understand why the NBA changed the nature of the game. You know what I'm saying? From the 90s basketball of hand checking and defense and sacrificing your life to drive into the lane. That was way more entertaining than just a bunch of robots running up and down the court, doing jump shots. Right? It's like if I want to watch the Harlem Globetrotters play, I just go watch the Harlem Globetrotters. And there's no knock to the Globetrotter. I got a homie over there, one of my noobs. He's a Harlem Globetrotter, but that's real. Why change something that's working? And then maybe they changed it because they never wanted to get another Michael Jordan. They didn't want anybody to be able to dominate the way Jordan did or some shit. I really don't know, but it's very, very weird. You know what I mean? Isn't it boring to just watch a motherfucker take a jump shot and they just running? It's really whack, bro. Yeah, I spoke on MJ's behavior. Well, I mean, it wasn't, dude. I think he was helping that kid, man. People trying to make it out to seem like he was molesting the child. Like, no, dude, he was getting something. I think the baby had some ice on him or something like that. Offense sales tickets. I don't know, man. Let's look that up. Is the NBA's sales revenue declining? Maybe they up. Oh, well, no, they're doing actually, guys, they're doing well. It says NBA ticket sales and arena attendance have generally remained strong or set records in recent seasons, despite some reports of declining television viewership. Of declining television viewership, while specific teams may experience dips league-wide, the demand for live games remains high, with 2022-23 setting records for total attendance and sellouts. The 2023-2024 season saw average attendance of 18,324, with 71% of games selling out. Despite some declines in TV ratings, teams have increased revenue by raising ticket prices. High demand teams like the Golden State Warriors, New York Knicks drive significant secondary market sales, with average prices sometimes exceeding $600. Well, I mean, that sounds real. I guess they are I guess the thing is you want to get, they don't want the common man to watch the game anymore. I guess that's where we're at. No common man can watch NBA, right? Because they got them on like a million different streaming platforms, and it's very, very weird to me. It's very weird. Oh, I want to shout out this rock and roll band out of Atlanta. I'm probably gonna hope I don't get sanctioned for this. They got a rock group that went #1 on the Billboard alternative play, The Paradox. I ain't gonna play their music, but y'all go check them out. Young brothers doing their rock and roll, like, the back in the day. We're going to the store, open the door, we riding candy. And then one of them on the drums is playing the guitar. So shout out to these young brothers. And it's good to see a lot of the young brothers evolve out of trap music and things that harm our people. So good for them. Very, very happy. Very, very happy for those young brothers. Look at the GOAT.
Here, sir, we talked before the.
Look at the GOAT. I know we was talking about Jordan when he wiped that baby's bottom, but the man wins again.
Well, back in victory lane, Michael Jordan has made his way here. Sir, we talked before the race. 4 horses in it. You are a Daytona 500 champion. How does that sound?
I can't even believe it. Yeah, I mean, it was so gratifying. I mean, we had 4 guys that were really fighting, that was helping each other out. I mean, you never know how these races going to end, right? It's like you just try to survive. And, I thought Riley did an unbelievable job by pushing at the end. That shows you what teamwork can really, really do. I mean, he doesn't get enough credit. He won't get enough credit, but we feel the love. We understand exactly what he did. And, I mean, we just hung in there all day. I mean, we great strategy by the team, and we gave ourselves a chance at the end. And, look, I'm ecstatic. I mean, I don't even know what to say. It feels like I won a championship, but until I get my ring, I won't even know.
All right, what size ring do you wear? Did you tell
Size 13. Size 13. Just
Hey, happy early birthday.
Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it.
Our GOAT wins again. He does it again. Shout out to MJ, man. I would never want to meet Michael Jordan in person. I love MJ, but I would never want to meet him. Like, they say Michael Jordan the wrong dude to meet. You just want to hold him in high regards, but I don't think I want to meet him because he's an asshole. He's probably one of the greatest assholes the world has ever known. Rightfully so, because he's Michael Jordan. And I'm an asshole. And typically when assholes meet assholes, they don't really like it's a clash. All right, let's see what else it is to talk about, guys. Y'all got any questions for me? I'm still here. Let me know what's going on. So Blueface is in trouble. They done put Blueface in trouble. Let's see what he did. I think he's in trouble because he choked a wax figure. So they got him in trouble. Choking a wax figure of Zendaya, I guess is illegal. It's illegal to choke statues. That's hilarious. I don't. We in a weird society. I don't know why they would be penalizing a man for choking an actual statue, but I guess you can't choke statues now. You go to jail. You go to jail for that, Blueface. Don't choke the statue. Well, anyway, guys, it's time for me to wrap this up. This has been a Stone Cold Groove. Y'all tune in on me. I'll be back. And check me out. I'm on my way to Indianapolis, Indiana. Get those tickets. And let's turn it up, y'all. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. I might do another one today, actually. But it's nothing but love, guys. I'm out. Good night. God bless. I ain't even set my outro video. There we go.